Good evening, everyone. Namaskar. I hope you all are doing well. So, we are at the end of the first chapter. Today, we'll complete this chapter. So, this was about introduction to strategic cost management. Few new things we studied, few new things we discussed. Now, the important part is remaining, and that is about the role of the management accountant, but as a leader. Now, what is a leader, or who is a leader? The one who takes leads? नहीं, वो ऐसा stupid definition नहीं. A leader is the one who is responsible responsible for everything. अच्छा हुआ तो leader का responsibility, बुरा हुआ तो फिर leader का responsibility, because leader is the one who guides the team. Leader is the one who has vision. Leader is the one who has the thought process or the plan to use the infrastructure or the resources he has. So whenever we talk about leadership, we have always considered leader to be the owner of the business, but no, it is not like that. Every organization may have various leaders. Like if you're heading a one particular department, you're a leader of that department. If you're heading a particular division in the business, you are the leader of the business. You might be reporting to your immediate boss, but that's fine. But for that division, you are the leader. You're motivating people to work efficiently towards achievement of goals. You have a vision to be implemented. You have a plan to be implemented. So when it comes to management accountant, the job is not restricted to only accounting and analyzing purpose. Management accountant can also be seen as a leader. See, जैसे strategic cost management is a new thing that has happened. Traditional cost management system is eliminated and strategic cost management system has been implemented in many companies, in many industries. Management accountant का role भी accordingly change हुआ है. It is not restricted to only accounting part. It has several other parts also to be implemented. So role of management accountant, if I talk about, the basic three things I can see is communication, decision making, and business ethics. Communication, decision making, and business ethics. These are the three areas where management accountant has to play a vital role. Now, since the challenges faced by every business or every organization are different, dynamic, of a varying nature, your management accountant should also be in a position to tackle all those various different dynamic problems. So initially, if I talk about a traditional system, it was more of a stewardship accounting. Stewardship accounting means supervising. Steward means supervisor. It was a supervising kind of a thing. Accountant will do the accounting job for you. You simply supervise it. You present the statement. You are involved in long-term and short-term planning. You were also involved in creating MIS, Management Information System. It's a collection of various information related to the business, related to the market, whether it is internal, whether it is external. Then you had decision. You were supposed to make some decisions related to the optimum utilization of the capital structure. Now, optimum utilization is not a maximum utilization. Optimum utilization means your resources will be used in such a manner that your benefits are maximized, your profit is maximized. So that was one of the objectives of the management accountant. Then there was management process, which was carried on, the art of doing things, the art of executing things to achieve the desired results. So you were participating in that, and finally you were more keen to have a control strategy so that all functions of the business were executed in a professional and in an efficient manner. But since things have changed and things have been elevated to strategic cost management system, now you have to do few more activities. Now you will be required to do a few more things as a management accountant, and these are analysis, planning, innovation, and leadership. Now, what do you mean by that? See, that means your management accountant is he's the one who's holistically addressing various aspects. Is addressing various aspects which will affect sustainability of the business and profitability of the business. मतलब budgeting, forecasting, ये तो होगा ही. But then more than that, your goal should be growth and sustainability. Now that depends on the industry. If you are running a business in an industry where there is a stiff competition, then sometimes sustainability also becomes an issue. And some more than growth, sustainability becomes a priority of the company. If you're doing well, then growth, profitability, being market leader can be the objective. So you will work accordingly. So basically, it is said that if accounting is truly a language of business, then management accountant is a poet who appreciate values and numbers. See, ultimately, it is all window display. Why quarterly data is presented? Why not it is done once in a year? Because you have to show what your company is doing every quarter, every 3 months. Now, presenting that on a monthly basis will be too tedious. So that is why it is quarterly done. And you have seen how stock market reacts after every quarterly results. So management accounting basically covers communication, it covers decision making, it covers finances, plus it also covers the sustainability part. So this is what we are supposed to study. Management accountant has got 4 different dimensions to look after. One is strategic planning, which we all know, and financial analysis also we know. But these days, even technological usage has become a very important part. And that is why the leadership qualities are also important to be seen. And that is why leadership quality is also required to be inculcated or analyzed. So we can start here with this role part. I'll be going for the first role. In the first role, we are concerned with analysis. The first role is analysis. Now, analysis will consist of analysis of financial and non-financial information. You start writing this simultaneously, so you will not be required to wait. Analysis of financial and non-financial information. Financial information we need to analyze the growth, to analyze the prospects, to evaluate whether we are on the right track. It can be used for benchmarking what we where are we supposed to reach and where we have reached. For that you need financial information, but even non-financial information matters, like customer satisfaction, like supplier satisfaction, suppliers regularity. All these factors, social factors, environmental factors, are also important for us. Now, if you have a plant on a forest land, you are going to face the problem. I'm just giving you a simple vague example, but it is a fact. Your image can be at stake. Like if you have a power project, if you have some project which is exhausting emission, and the nearby villages or nearby area is getting affected because of it, they have been facing health issues, that ultimately is going to have a scar on your image as a company. So non-financial information is equally important. This helps you out because it uncovers vital information. It uncovers vital information related to all these aspects, which give you new insights and vision. Which give you new insights and vision. So this is the first thing that is expected out of the management accountant. Have you copied this? Okay. So next is another role to be played, and that will be in terms of planning. See, I'm discussing this part, guys. Okay. So what kind of a role is required to be played in terms of planning? Forecasting, or which can also be called as budgeting. अरे यार, so this is a starting point. चलो यहाँ से copy कर लो फटाफट. Done. चलो. So forecasting and budgeting is a part of planning. You plan things for the future in numerical terms, in terms of cost structure, in terms of revenue, in terms of your capital structure. Then you have decisions to be taken. Then you have decisions to be taken. For that, you'll have to develop strategies. Now, right from purchasing the material till the distribution of the product, there are different strategies required to be implemented. Like people may go for just in time for buying, or people may be stick to, reorder level. That depends, because just in time reduces your inventory cost, but then the purchase cost, the buying cost is higher. So somewhere you have to find out the golden mean. So some may go for JIT, some may go for the traditional system of reorder level buying. So you develop those strategies. For distribution channel. You might be having different thought process. You might not be interested in distribution channel. So you may launch your product directly online. You're not interested in having the physical distribution channel. Different strategies are to be implemented. Then you need to sit and discuss and work with your executives, CEOs, and other leaders in the business. They might be handling their own division, they might be handling their own activities. So communicating with them will also give you a lot of idea about what are the things to be done and how far we have successfully achieved that. Then you'll have to see technical depth in terms of accounting. This is basically required for broad business operation coverage. This is basically done for broad business operation coverage. So this is also one of your responsibilities if you are a management accountant. So my first role was analysis, second role was planning. Have you copied this? Technical depth in the accounting. There can be individual independent accounting by the firms, which where the reporting will come into picture. There will be a centralized accounting done by the company, where I don't need to communicate with my branches. I'll be any which way accounting through my head office only. So if I'm going for a broader perspective, somewhere the delegation part will come into picture. Now, if I have a branch in Bangalore, I can, of course, continue with my centralized accounting system. But if the transactions are more, I would always prefer to have an independent accounting operation. I don't mind sending my auditors there. Yes, MCQs will also be done today only. Yes, Jai, very much it will be done, for sure. Without MCQs, I cannot proceed, no, because that is going to be the basic requirement of your self-paced module. I told you till the real information comes out. Whatever is necessary to understand the subject, we'll be doing that. Once things are out, I'm sure there won't be anything beyond this. So things will be fine. Priya, are you clear with the technical point? Okay, the third point is innovation. The third role is innovation, where technology-wise sound और अपडेटेड रहना जरूरी है. So this is what we started. Role of an accountant, where we are supposed to focus on communication, decision making, business ethics, and the revised requirement. The revised requirement ask 4 more points. One of them was innovation. Second one was planning. Rohan. Second one was planning. Third one is innovation, which we are writing now. Yeah. So the technology should be sound. That means it is updated. Old technology will not give you the same result. And the last but not the least, leadership. And when you talk about leadership, it is basically right from planning till execution. Everything will be covered under this. Everything will be covered under this. So as a management accountant, as a leader, you will be responsible for all the stages which are needed to be done to carry on a business. So for that, we can refer to this leadership. There is always a difference between a leader and a manager. This is where the differentiation is made between a leader and a manager. A leader has a vision. Managers have goals. What is the difference? Vision has a broader perspective. Taking my company on the world map is the vision. For that, 8 things are to be done, suppose, for example. So each manager of those 8 divisions will have their own respective individual goals. Like sales manager will be focused on increasing sales. Marketing manager will be focusing on strong marketing strategies. Production manager must be interested in producing the larger portion of output with absolute productivity. So everyone is involved in fulfilling their own assigned objective. But the leader has the entire wholesome perspective. Like your boss has a vision in the office, your boss, your partner has a vision. You might be having goals. If you are heading a particular audit, you will be having goal of completing that audit within the specified time limit. But then you don't know where you will be placed, but your partner knows what is the next one. So leader has a vision and managers create goals. Leaders are change agents. They know where to change gears. I'm going slow. I need to increase the speed. Managers will be focused on status on the basis of status quo. Status quo means as is where is. जो चल रहा है चलने दे. You are achieving your goals, that's fine. Since you don't have dynamics, since you are supposed to follow what your boss has told you, you will be simply focusing on implementation. Like when your partner is saying, we are heading into fraud investigation now. Since he is interested in changing things, you will be getting the benefit of it. अदरवाइज आपके लिए तो एक ही ऑडिट जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑडिट कंपनी का चल रहा है वही करोगे, अगर ट्रस्ट का ऑडिट चल रहा है तो वही करोगे, अगर टैक्सेशन का डिपार्टमेंट है आपके पास तो वही करोगे. सो चेंजिंग एजेंट्स इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ लीडर्स. लीडर्स आर यूनिक, मैनेजर्स डू कॉपी ऑब्वियसली. द रिस्क इज टेकन बाय द लीडर and it is controlled by the managers. The risk is taken. Okay, we are starting a new branch in 3 cities. That is a risk taken by JKSA. Now, to execute that, to run those 3 batches successfully, is the task given to managers of each and every branch. So they control the risk, but the risk is taken by managers. Did not start branch in 3 cities. It was started by the leader. I hope you understood the difference. Leaders are in it for a long haul. Managers think short term because managers don't have a vision only. अच्छा, इसमें मैनेजर्स की गलती नहीं है, मतलब मैनेजर्स को विजन नहीं है मतलब मैनेजर डैश है, ऐसा नहीं है. रेस्ट्रिक्टेड सोर्स होता है यार. मतलब आज देखो, आई एम हेडिंग दिस SCMP. ओके, तो पूरा मेरे अंडर है SCMP का. कोर्स कैसे सिलेक्ट करने का, कैसे करने का, क्या करने का, आई हैव बीन गिवन फ्री हैंड. तो मुझे पता है कि मैं सारे पॉइंट्स कवर करूंगा, मैं MCQs भी सॉल्व करूंगा, और उसके बाद अगर इंस्टीट्यूट ने कुछ और दिया तो वो भी सॉल्व करने की मदद करूंगा. बट दैट्स इट. My job, my responsibility ends at my subject, but JKS's responsibility doesn't end here. For me, this is one batch at a time. For him, his planning for next 5 batches must have been done. Because he has to take care of so many subjects, so many branches. So his vision will be wider. My vision is focused. He is focusing on JKSC. I am focusing on SCMP. There will always be a difference. So currently, my focus is on completing your batch successfully. Currently, my focus is on completing your batch successfully. But his focus will be the one who is in November 26. That student should also be served properly. Leaders grow personally. And managers rely on existing and proven skills. Management is basically following certain principles. But leadership doesn't have a principle, no, because life or the situation, business situations doesn't come with manual. Challenges cannot be expected in advance. You have to take a right decision at the right time. अचानक से 5 प्रोफेसर छोड़ के चले गए तो आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि उसके बावजूद कंटिन्यू कैसे करने का. अचानक से अपॉर्चुनिटी दिख रही है, न्यू अमलगमेशन हो रहा है, मर्जर हो रहा है. यू शुड नो हाउ टू हैंडल दिस. कभी ना बोलना भी जरूरी है, कभी हाँ बोलना भी जरूरी है. ऑल दीज डिसीजंस आर टेकन बाय द लीडर ओनली, नो. So they grow personally on the basis of, like COVID. When COVID happened, ideally it happened for all of us for the first time. अब ये मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन है, आप मुझे नहीं पता आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन क्या है. कोविड में ना लोगों ने 2 तरह का कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस देखे. मैं हेल्थ इश्यूज की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट मेंटल इश्यूज. आइदर लोग बहुत अच्छी तरह से ग्रो हो गए इंटेलेक्चुअली बाय वर्किंग हार्ड, or either they have a huge, I would say, दिमाग खराब हो गया इन टर्म्स ऑफ बिहेवियर, इन टर्म्स ऑफ थॉट प्रोसेस, इन टर्म्स ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन. मतलब आई हैव सीन पीपल growing as a human, growing as a manager, growing as a teacher by working hard, by using that spare time. And I have also seen people losing their basic conscious of applying basic common sense. दोनों चीजें देखी मैंने. रास्ते में तुम लोग घूमोगे तो तुम लोग को पता चलेगा. ये यू ट्रैवल इन ट्रेन, यू ट्रैवल बाय बस, अगर तुम लोग लोगों के संपर्क में आओगे ना तो तुम लोग को पता चलेगा. कुछ लोग इतनी बेवकूफी से बिहेव करते हैं आजकल कि तुम लोग को ताज्जुब होता है कि यार क्या है, मतलब मैं इस देश में रहने लायक हूं या नहीं. थिंग्स डू चेंज, थिंग्स डू चेंज, एंड हाउ यू टेक देम फॉर योर ओन बेनिफिट will grow you. Those who took the opportunity of lockdown to groom themselves, they are still surviving. Those who wasted their time in watching web series, they are struggling. I'm giving you a very simple example. तो जिनके पास विजन था, जिनके पास इच्छा थी कुछ बेटर करने की, दे आर लीडर्स, दे आर ग्रोइंग. पर जिनके पास विजन ही नहीं था, भाई ठीक है भाई, सुबह जो लेक्चर आएगा वो लेक्चर में काम करने का, बॉस जो काम देगा वो मुझे ऑफिस में बैठ के काम करने का, या डालगोना कॉफी बनाने का, खाना बनाने का, कच्चा बादाम पे डांस करने का. जिनको यही करना था वो उधर ही रह गए. हाँ, यू गाइज रीच फ्रॉम SYGC टू फाइनल CA, दैट्स ट्रू. बट आपको समझ में आ रहा है, द सिचुएशन वाज न्यू फॉर JKSC आल्सो, बट स्टिल इट वाज हैंडल्ड प्रॉपर्ली. हम लोग ने रिवीजन लेक्चर शूट किए. रिवीजन लेक्चर्स वर गिवन टू सेवरल, in fact all November 20 इंटर एंड फाइनल बैचेस. यार हम लोग के लिए भी तो नया सिचुएशन था ना. हम लोग ने ऐसे 5-25 कोविड हैंडल नहीं किए थे ना. देखो, इंस्टीट्यूट खराब रिजल्ट लगाती है, बच्चे कम हो जाते. वी नो हाउ टू हैंडल इट बिकॉज इट हैज हैपेंड इन 40 years history of JK Shah classes. It has happened many times. We know how to handle that situation. पर यार कोविड, बंदा घर से बाहर नहीं निकल सकता. And in no time, 100% physical coaching class institution was converted into an online platform. Don't you think it is a growth for JK sir himself as a human? या फिर senior faculties like us who did not use computer system for teaching. For teaching, कंप्यूटर तो यूज करते थे हम लोग, यूज करने को आता है. पर यूजिंग दो सिस्टम्स फॉर टेकिंग लेक्चर्स, सेटिंग अप स्टूडियोज. क्या चाहिए तेरे को? RTP चाहिए, यूट्यूब पे डाल दिया. आज ही मैंने लास्ट डे रिवीजन डाल दिया CA फाइनल का, कट टू कट. 12 घंटे का, 10-12 घंटे का है. ऑफ कोर्स उसमें भी लोग बोलेंगे यार क्या है पूरा फाइनल 10 घंटे. अभी लास्ट डे रिवीजन है, लास्ट डे में तुम लोग इससे बाद ज्यादा पढ़ भी नहीं सकते. बट उसमें सारे पॉइंट्स टच किए मैंने, डाल दिया यूट्यूब पे. कोविड में तो बच्चा बाहर नहीं निकल रहा था तो हम बच्चे के घर में पहुंच गए थे. इट वॉज अ ग्रोथ फॉर JK सर, इट वॉज ग्रोथ फॉर अस. नाउ वी आर यूजिंग दिस सिस्टम्स फ्लुएंटली. मैं तो क्लासरूम में भी यूज करना शुरू कर दिया. सो यू ग्रो पर्सनली, but managers are stick to basic existing utilized skills. Leaders build relationship because they are into communication. हम लोग ने लिखा था ना ये पॉइंट. ये लिखा था पॉइंट हमने. Since you are into communication, automatically you build up your relationships, but managers build up systems and process. आज लास्ट 2 साल में मेरे मैनेजर्स ने जो कॉन्टैक्ट्स बनाए होंगे वो मैं नहीं बना पाया, बिकॉज आई वॉज फोकस्ड ऑन How to complete SCMP in 160 hours. पुराना वाला तुम लोग का नहीं, टेंशन मत लो। पुराना वाला SCMP 160 घंटे में कैसे खत्म करूं? अच्छा, उसमें भी प्रैक्टिकल थियरी दोनों था। तो उसके पहले तो ऐसा ट्रेंड था कि प्रैक्टिकल पे फोकस करो, थियरी मार दो 20 घंटे में। मैंने 45 आवर्स थियरी पूरी पढ़ाई है, ऑल नोट्स, सारे प्रीवियस पास पेपर क्वेश्चन खत्म करके। मतलब आई वॉज बिजी ऑन फोकसिंग सिस्टम, प्रिपेयरिंग अ सिस्टम। एक बार सिस्टम बन गया, 6 बैचेस ऐसे धनाधन 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 सेम सिस्टम पे मार दिए। सो आई वॉज फोकसिंग ऑन सिस्टम बिकॉज आई वॉज अ मैनेजर देयर। But tying up with different partners, media partners, when you are buying these cameras and lights and all that, you have to uh, communicate with the concerned suppliers. So basically, leaders build relationships, but managers build systems and process. Leaders coach, managers direct. Now, leaders create followers, managers have employees. You understood this part? This was a last part, leadership. This was a last part, leadership. I'm just quoting here. Please refer page 1.54. So that can also be studied for this 4th role of leadership. Okay. So एक बार किसी को screenshot चाहिए तो ले लो फटाफट. This was my first page. This is what we started today. This was second. And then last two. Done? Okay. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now the next part is about these 3 things. I have written in my first slide, role of management accountant consists of 3 things: communication, decision making, and business effects. Communication, decision making, and business effects. What communication? Okay, I'll give you points here only. Now, when you talk about communication, first of all, it should be two-way communication. Coach is all pervasive, Divya Kumar. Right from A to Z is the responsibility of the coach. Like currently, if you talk about your articleship, they're simply directing you, they're simply making you understand. But what your teacher has done in the beginning, that is coaching. What we are doing here, it's coaching. From A to Z, we are covering everything. What your parents have done to you is coaching. So coaching involves directions. Coaching involves directions. So coaching is a broader process. Got it? Okay. So communication should be two-way. More than sending message, feedback should be focused on. You are sending some information to someone, that is not a communication. When the feedback is given to you, it's a communication. As I said, it should be a two-way communication. When it is two-way, it can be called as communication. There can be upward communication with your seniors. There can be downwards communication with your junior subordinates. This is called as vertical communication. There can be horizontal communication. With your counterpart in some other department. Manager of one communicating with manager of other. Director of one communicating with director of other division. There can be even diagonal communication. There can be even diagonal communication. Now, diagonal communication means manager of one division is communicating with director of the other division and vice versa. Not vertical, not horizontal. It is diagonal. That's your communication slide. समझा? लिखा? Okay. चलो ये कॉपी कर लो पहले इसका कम्युनिकेशन पूरा कर लो. Done? Chalo. Your next concept to be done is decision making. Your next concept to be done is next communication is decision making. Horizontal communication, is it the same position of different department? So, yeah, counterpart of the same department, of the other department, or it can even be the same department. सेम पोजीशन पे अगर कम्युनिकेशन होता है. चलो जेकेसी फॉर्मेट में बताओ तुम लोगों को. मैं जेके सर से जब कम्युनिकेट करता हूं, दैट इज वर्टिकल अपवर्ड कम्युनिकेशन. मैं जब मेरे जूनियर बंदे को कॉस्टिंग के कुछ पॉइंट सिखा रहा हूं, बता रहा हूं, दैट इज डाउनवर्ड कम्युनिकेशन. जब मैं मेरे एसएफएम पढ़ाने वाले प्रोफेसर के साथ डिस्कशन कर रहा हूं, दैट इज हॉरिजॉन्टल कम्युनिकेशन. गॉट इट? मेरे लिए डायगोनल अपोजिशन, आई मीन डायगोनल कम्युनिकेशन नहीं होगा, बिकॉज आई एम रिपोर्टिंग टू जेके सर. आई डोंट हैव एनी अदर पावर हाउस. Okay, so that's how it is. So what is decision making? आपको पता है ना क्या चल रहा है ये? देखो, हम लोग ने just now communication खत्म किया. This part we completed. Now we are going for decision making. Now we are going for decision making. Now, what do you mean by decision making? It's a process of making choices. Start writing simultaneously. There is no need to wait. Simultaneously लिखना चालू रखो. Decision making is a process of making choices where you identify, assess, generate information of several options. Where you identify, generate information, or assess several options. It should be absolutely conscious, explicit. Explicit का मतलब होता है clear. You can't have a ambiguity in your thought process. करूं कि नहीं करूं, काजू खाऊं, बादाम खाऊं, नहीं. You have to be very clear. It's a conscious decision taken by you. Yes, I want to achieve this. Yes, I'm accepting this. And it is very clear in your mind that what exactly do you need? What exactly are you supposed to achieve? Why choice A and why not choice B? So it can also be considered as deliberate. It can also be considered as deliberate efforts, which may or may not be consistent. ये स्पेशल पॉइंट है. रूटीन में जो डिसीजन लेते हो दैट इज डिफरेंट. बट ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि समटाइम्स यू हैव टू टेक डिसीजन व्हिच आर नॉट रूटीन डिसीजन, व्हिच आर नॉट डिसीजंस व्हिच आई वाज टेकिंग सिंस लॉन्ग. Someday I have to change the path. Someday I have to change my course of thought process. Someday I will have to consider other factors also. So it may or may not be consistent. It should be logical. It should aim towards goal. Why? It should aim towards goal. Why? See, when you are taking a decision as a manager, your objective and company's objective should be the same. There should be a goal congruence. Goal congruence is a concept which we'll be discussing later, but एक hint दे देता हूं आपको. Goal congruence means you as a manager and your organization both are going in the same direction. If company has its own objective, you have your own agenda, which is contradicting the company. You want to make money. You are a purchase manager. You want to make money. If that is your objective, then 18 रुपए पर केजी का माल 20 रुपए पर केजी में खरीदोगे. उसको बोलोगे देख 18 रुपए का माल 20 रुपए में खरीद रहा हूं, 19 रुपया तू रख, तेरे को 1 रुपया ज्यादा मिला, और जो ऊपर का 1 रुपया है वो मुझे देने का दिवाली में लाके कैश. So if your goal is contradicting goal of the organization, then there is no goal congruence. Goal congruence means all the thought process and all the activities must be in the same direction. So the decision making should be such that it will aim towards goal achievement. Are you clear with it? Copy this, copy this. मैं इधर ही बैठा हूँ बेटा, वो स्क्रीन पूरा मिलने के लिए गायब होना पड़ता है। और तुम लोग को स्नैप नहीं करना है, लिखना है। सब स्नैप करोगे तो फिर वो लिखोगे कब? दैट विल क्रिएट एडिशनल बैकलॉग। तुम लोग का ऑलरेडी एफआर और एसएफएम का बैकलॉग चल रहा होगा, उसमें एससीएमपी का भी बैकलॉग आ जाएगा। इसलिए जहां तक हो सके कॉपी कर लो। कॉपी करने के लिए टाइम दे रहा हूँ तो चीजें दिमाग में भी घुसेंगी। So this was the third part that we discussed about decision making. So decision making has got all these points. This is again can be considered as important. Why business manager or leaders make irrational decisions? Causes for irrational decisions. Enthusiasm. कुछ लोगों को जल्दी होती है काम खत्म करने का. They don't see other factors or probably the future prospective factors. Then there is no sharing of perspective. So that can be the reason. अब फोरकास्टिंग ही गलत निकलेगा द आई टोल्ड यू नो यू आर सपोज टू जनरेट सम इंफॉर्मेशन. यू आर सपोज टू जनरेट इंफॉर्मेशन. अगर आपका इंफॉर्मेशन ही गलत जनरेट हुआ तो फोरकास्टिंग गलत होगा. रेडिली एग्रीइंग विथ लीडर्स प्रपोजल. कुछ लोग होते हैं ना टिपिकल, बॉस ने जो बोला वो सही है. बॉस ने बोला काला रंग गोरा है, काला रंग पीला है तो पीला है. In every organization you might see such people. They hesitate to call spade a spade because they think that their work, their salary will be at stake. But ऐसा नहीं है. Sometimes you also realize the boss is going wrong. Sometimes it is possible that everyone is human in this world. So everyone is bound to make mistakes. लेकिन अगर तुम लोग हाँ जी 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 करने वाले हो तो you will never be able to tell your boss that he is going wrong and then the wrong decision is taken. Superficial understanding of facts. Sometimes overthinking also kills you. Judgmental error, lack of expertise. ये तो कॉर्पोरेट में बहुत देखा होगा तुम लोगों ने, फर्म में भी देखा होगा. इंटरनल पॉलिटिक्स. यू बीइंग जजमेंटल, यू मे हैव योर ओन जजमेंट्स अबाउट सम पीपल. किसी ने आपके पहले ही कान, बॉस के कान भर दिए कि आप ये फलाना फलाना व्यक्ति ऐसा ऐसा है, तो बॉस उसी एंगल में सोचता है. Then when boss hands over his business to his children, they also have the same thought process. So if you have such a judgmental kind of an attitude, you will never be open to the new information that is being given to you. You will never be able to see the change that has happened in the organization. And that is what we call it as lack of expertise. And finally, see, carrying pre-notions, having views about the best solution. You may have your own views, and that is why you end up taking irrational decisions. And the last part was business ethics. Business ethics. Now, business ethic in simple terms means moral philosophy. It means moral philosophy. To do something and not to do something on the basis of moral grounds. So, it works on the basis of systematizing defending, recommending what? Right or wrong behavior. Right or wrong behavior. Why systematizing? चीजें पहले ही क्लियर करना बेटर होता है. राइट क्या है, रॉन्ग क्या है, टू डू नॉट टू डू, डूज एंड डोंट्स. डिफेंड, एन खा गया मैं. डिफेंडिंग, defending what is right and not defending what is wrong, and plus recommending what is right and not recommending what is wrong. So basically business ethics are always applied within the management. It can also be called as professional ethics, because it will always be related to value of the organization. Like if your company has a particular policy about handling the employees, this will never change. Like for example, Tata. Tata has wonderful policy when it comes to their employees, especially female employees. They get a huge maternity leave, post-maternity leave, of course, without pay. Post-maternity is without pay, but still your job is secured. Even after 1 year, you can join. It's a big thing. So basically, that all talks about value of the business, value of the organization. Now, corporate culture is a part of this. Corporate culture is a part of this because it is restricted to one office, one department, or it can be related to that one organization. It can be a part of the overall value of the organization. Like sometimes there are different strategies for customers and different strategies for employees. Some organizations weigh employee more than customers. Some give importance to customers than employees. That is value. And this decides the corporate culture within your organization. If we decide to focus only on students, not on professors, my corporate culture here will be different. But if we decide to focus on professors, less on students, I'm not saying students will not be entertained or students will not be given the best, but I will take more care of my faculties than my students. Automatically, my professors will deliver the best to students. So ultimately, my customer will also be happy. So it's all part of corporate culture. So business ethics, see, They are closely related to value of the organization. Ethics should reflect in values. Business leaders are responsible for wealth maximization of funds provider only. But the business has changed orientation from shareholder to stakeholders. I'll tell you what is stakeholders. Earlier, people were focusing only on happiness of the shareholder, the owner. Now, stakeholder will also be considered in terms of happiness. Stakeholder means every human who is involved in your business, right? From supplier, employees, of course, customer, even your distribution channel. Every single human who is associated with your organization should be given the best. So that's what we call it as socio-economic approach. You're not only focusing on blunt profit figures, you're also focusing on keeping your supplier happy, keeping your customer happy, keeping your distribution channel partner happy, keeping your employee happy. And that will give you a sustainable and a strong business position in the market. So determining how organization will achieve its goal, reader establish and shape ethics and value that guide the activities and set limits and extent, which means to justify needs. So last line, please read the last line. This is important. Management accountant, while making decision and communicating, shall observe business ethics. ये ट्रिपल बॉटम लाइन बाद में कवर करूंगा मैं किसी और चैप्टर में, अभी कुछ मत सोचना. So basically that was your last part, role of business, role of management accountant. I'm giving you 5 minutes to go through the entire thing which we have done so far, so that we can start with the next part of the chapter. Please have a glance on whatever we have done so far. I'm opening the forum for discussion. If you want to ask me anything about anything, you can go ahead. Decision making and communication. ये ले बेटा पहले communication. Done. और ये decision making. Done. Okay. Now, since you have copied everything, I'll just give you a summary of the entire chapter. उनके summary में से ही खत्म कर लेंगे. Traditional cost accounting, a traditional cost management was more of cost reduction. Strategic is measuring, managing, and aligning them for better future prospects. Strategic cost management is an application of cost management technique so that they simultaneously improve the strategic position and reduce costs. So our focus was on improvement also, and that is why quality was also a concern, which we discussed in the second chapter. Strategic cost management has three important pillars. One is strategic positioning, cost driver analysis, and value chain analysis. Value chain means the total activities involved in your business. Value chain means total activities involved in your business, right from supply, right from purchase till it is till sales. Everything is covered here. Value chain analysis is basically done to find out whether there is any non-value added activity involved. Now, value added activity is transformation of something into something new. Non-value added is a supportive activity. So if it is possible, can we reduce non-value added activities? That is what the criteria is, that is what the thought process is. So value chain is a chain of activities which lead to delivery and final product, right from purchase till delivery. So value chain analysis is a process of categorizing activities into value added and non-value added so that we can eliminate non-value added activities to obtain cost leadership, to reduce cost. An alternate representative of a value chain is the value shop, which is essentially the problem resolution model. The primary activities are problem finding, acquisition, problem solving, solution, execution, and control. This is also we discussed. Strategic positioning reflects choices. Strategic positioning reflects choices a company makes. Basically, we are concerned with product differentiation and cost leadership. Cost driver analysis includes examination, quantification, and explanation of cost drivers. Cost drivers are those factors which are associated with your cost structure. Then the next part, which is important, is value proposition canvas. Value proposition canvas we discussed yesterday. With the customer profile, business can have a clear understanding of customer character. What customer needs, what am I giving? What customer needs, what am I giving? What customers need, what customer needs, what am I giving? So, customer से रिलेटेड दो चीजें, गेन फॉर द कस्टमर एंड पेन ऑफ द कस्टमर. गेन ऑफ द कस्टमर इज बेनिफिट, some additional benefit, unexpected benefit, unplanned benefit, complementary giving benefit. And pain is increase in the price of the product, then risk associated with the usage of the product, then you may have some negative emotions about the product. How do you tackle this? So basically, your product and service should have gain creators, which will take care of gains to be given to the customer, and pain reliever will take care of pains related to the customer. So pain will be covered and even gain will be covered. That was value proposition canvas. Then we had a few more important things. You have a glance on this quickly. उस बहाने तुम लोग का एक रीडिंग हो जाएगा. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट. एक बार ग्लांस कर लो. कोई पॉइंट चाहिए तो मुझे बोल देना. यू विल हैव टू इन्वेस्ट 5-10 मिनट्स, बट ट्रस्ट मी, इट विल बी ऑफ ग्रेट यूज, क्योंकि अभी तुम लोग बैठे हो तो तुम लोग का एक बार रिवीजन हो जाए. वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दिस. गो थ्रू द थियरी. लेट मी नो इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम. मोस्टली तो सब कुछ हम लोग ने कवर कर ही लिया है, तो डाउट तो आएगा नहीं, बट फिर भी अगर आता है तो मुझे पूछ लेना. टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. 1.58 second point. 1.58. ओके अरे प्रिया बोल तो दिया मैंने वैल्यू चेन मतलब फ्रॉम ए टू जेड एवरीथिंग मतलब राइट फ्रॉम whom you are buying material from till typically increasing the performance of one of the four secondary activities can benefit at least one of the primary activities. जैसे distribution अगर faster करूं मैं if I apply something and if I make the distribution faster, naturally मुझे production भी fast करना पड़ेगा. Accordingly, my production purchase will also be affected. So my primary activities can be affected because of the change in the secondary activities. That is what they are saying. तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अगर मेरा ठंडा पड़ गया तो प्रोडक्शन करके क्या फायदा है. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अगर फास्ट हो रहा है तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा यूनिट्स ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रोडक्ट्स आई कैन डंप इनटू द मार्केट. So faster distribution, faster sales. Meanwhile, increase in frequency of purchase of the material, increase in the productivity. Are you clear, Priya? Yeah. Chalo guys, let's get started with MCQs. Mr. Anirban, first MCQ. Mr. Anirban, Chief Accountant, Chief Management Accountant and Advisor of CEO of Avantha Holding, considering the value proposition canvas. अच्छा, value proposition canvas याद है ना? Gain, pain. Gain जनरेट करना है, पेन रिलीव करना है of customer. As a tool to respond aspects highlighted by customer profile analysis. You recently joined Avantha Holding, and Mr. Anirban asked to appraise the following statement to pick the correct statement regarding value proposition map. अभी देखो आंसर दिया हुआ है इन लोगों ने, but we'll still discuss everything. एक 3-4 MCQs डिस्कस करके देन आई विल डिस्कस केस स्टडी ऑल्सो. बाकी MCQs तुम लोग मैनेज कर पाओगे, बट एक फ्लो डिस्कस करने के लिए, फ्लो सेट करने के लिए few MCQs will be discussed. What is the first statement? Pain relievers and gain creators counter each other? No. Pain relievers, gain creators are one and the same. Not even 1% chance. Pain relievers are different from gain creators. So that's right. Either one of pain relievers and gain creator can be part of value proposition. No, we want both. So statement A, statement B, statement D are wrong. That means statement C is the right statement. You understood this? Gain creators and pain relievers, they are not same. And they don't even counter each other. They are totally different from each other. Next, MCQ 2. Mr. Nilanjan is hired by Avantha Holding as independent consultant for drafting a value proposition map. He suggests that a ranking of customers' job, pains, and gains is essential to respond them. Mr. Anirban is not convinced with the need of rank said 3 elements of customer's profile. Hence, he seeks your help in evaluating following 2 statements regarding the customer's jobs, pains, and gains. Pains and gains are controlled by business. Pains and gains are controlled by business. Gain cannot be controlled by the business. Gain will be as per the views of customers. You might be giving 100%, customer may not be happy with even 100%. It can also happen. जैसे मैंने नैनो का एग्जांपल दिया था कल, चीपर कार, बेस्ट माइलेज, एसी है, तुम लोग बाइक के पैसे में एसी में सेफ्टी के साथ जा रहे हो, तो भी लोगों को उधर पिकअप चाहिए था, या पिकअप नहीं है यार. So gain is completely on the basis of customer. Pain is also completely as per the thought process of the customer. All the pains and gains need not be responded and addressed. That is true. क्या बोलते हैं? Both statements are correct. सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता. This is not right. This is hell wrong. This is right. So both statements are incorrect. भी नहीं जमेगा. Only statement one is correct. अभी जब मैं ना ही बोल रहा हूँ, एक ही statement correct है इसमें. डाउट है तो पूछ लो रिगार्डिंग MCQ2. इन एग्जाम यू आर नॉट सपोज टू राइट रीजंस एंड ऑल. तुम लोग को सिर्फ आंसर दे के आना है. ABCD. MCQ3. A technique of management by wandering around is concerned with which of the following leadership aspects? और ये रहे ऑप्शंस आपके सामने. एक है कम्युनिकेशन, दूसरा है डिसीजन मेकिंग. Management by wandering out. Wandering out means reaching out to maximum people, communicating with many people, communicating in large. अरे all pains and gains you can't address. Customer कल को कुछ भी डिमांड करेगा. All is the important word. You cannot satisfy customer. Customer कल को कुछ भी डिमांड करके आ जाएगा. सब थोड़ी फुलफिल करेगा. सेलिंग प्राइस भी कम कर दो, एक्स्ट्रा आफ्टर सेल सर्विस भी दे दो, 2 साल के बदले 5 साल का वारंटी, तो सब एग्री करेंगे हम लोग. नो, वी कांट डू दैट. नो, पिंस and gains need to be addressed. Agreed, but not all. All करने जाओगे तो सत्यानाश हो जाएगा बिजनेस का. Somewhere we have to take a call of not accepting everything. समझा ना बेटा? हाँ, all word नहीं होता तो बात अलग थी. All word नहीं होता तो क्या लिखते हम लोग यहाँ पे? देखो ऐसा होता, सपोज पेन्स एंड गेन्स नीड नॉट बी रिस्पॉन्डेड. मार खाएगा क्या? भगा देगा कस्टमर मार्केट से. तो इन दैट केस बोथ आर इनकरेक्ट. एक वर्ड तुम्हारी किस्मत बदल सकता है. एक वर्ड. हाँ, देन ऑप्शन बी आता. इसीलिए एमसीक्यूज डेंजरस क्यों होता है? अबे डिस्क्रिप्टिव में मार्क्स नहीं कटते. एक वर्ड इधर का उधर हुआ तो ठीक है, बट एमसीक्यू में एक वर्ड इधर का उधर हुआ, अगर ऑल नहीं लिखा होता, पेन्स एंड गेन्स नीड नॉट बी रिस्पॉन्डेड, मार खाएगा, कस्टमर फेंक देगा बाहर. ऑल द पेन्स एंड गेन्स. हाँ, ये सही बात है. सब कुछ देने की जरूरत नहीं है कस्टमर को. आई होप यू गाइज आर क्लियर नाउ. Yeah. So wandering out means, I told you, reaching maximum people, communicating maximum people. So it has to be communication. Decision making is an act. So it is B. Only with one. Explanation पढ़ लो. Explanation पढ़ लो. डाउट होगा तो पूछ लो. जल्दी जल्दी. Total Quality Management, TQM. TQM is a system whereby you take care of, you see to it your quality is implemented right in every function of the business. आएगा बाद में, coming soon. अरे ये तो बेसिक टॉपिक है, पहला टॉपिक है. इसके बाद के तो और इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स आएंगे. ये तो फिर भी मैंने थोड़ा स्लो गया हूं मैं. इनिशियल स्टेज है, इसलिए कल से तुम लोग को अलग अलग टाइप के कंसेप्ट, वापस अलग अलग एग्जाम्पल लेके, थियरी तो वैसे ही कवर होगी, बिकॉज मोर एग्जाम्पल्स वी डिस्कस, मोर क्लियर द कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी. चलो MCQ 4. Technology is dynamic in nature and has significant bearing on activities that create value for customers. Okay. Your organization is considering introducing RFID. RFID is radio frequency identification. Radio frequency identification as a technological breakthrough. This is capable to revamp which of the following primary activities? Radio frequency identification. It is about tiny radio transponder or a radio receiver or transmitter which can be used to track items in trading concerns through supply chain. It is caliber to positively influence inbound and outbound logistics. अच्छा, इनबाउंड लॉजिस्टिक्स नहीं, डी तो मुझे भी पता है रे, डी तो दिया ही है, बट वाई डी वो समझा रहा हूँ. तुम लोग क्या मेरे को आंसर बता रहे? आंसर तो दिया हुआ है. वाई डी, सुनो मेरी बात. ट्रैकिंग डिवाइस दो जगह पे यूज होता है. ट्रैकिंग डिवाइस दो जगह पे यूज होता है. एक, व्हेन यू आर बाइंग द मटेरियल, किधर पहुंचा किधर पहुंचा किधर पहुंचा, एंड व्हेन यू आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग फिनिश गुड्स, किधर पहुंचा किधर पहुंचा किधर पहुंचा. तो मतलब मेरे लिए इनबाउंड और आउटबाउंड ही जरूरी है, तो 1 and 2 ही आएगा, क्योंकि सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग के लिए मुझे ट्रैकर बिठाने की जरूरत नहीं है. सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग इज अ ग्रॉस एक्टिविटी, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. और दूसरा, आफ्टर सेल सर्विस में ट्रैकिंग की क्या जरूरत है? तो ट्रैकिंग की जरूरत मुझे मेनली तब पड़ती है जब मैं मटेरियल खरीदता हूं या फिर मैं फिनिश गुड्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करता हूं. यू अंडरस्टूड वाई डी? डाउट आएगा तो इमीडिएटली पूछ लेने का, वेट नहीं करने का 15 साल तक, फटाफट पूछ लेने का. Question number 5. A business model should contain which three components out of the following stated below? Customer value proposition, profit formula, impact factor, key resources and processes. बोलो. You already know customer value proposition, pain and gain. Profit is a basic objective of any business. Key resources and processes will help you out in achieving your goals. Impact factor is something which may or may not arise. ऐसा ट्रांजैक्शन हो सकता है क्या that you are is it possible to have a transaction where you are just not bothered about gain and pain of the customer? No. Is there any situation where you're not bothered about profit? देखो, नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस में हम लोग धंधा करते हैं, बट देन नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस मतलब कॉस्ट तो रिकवर होती है, मतलब मैं लॉस नहीं करना चाहता. इज माय प्रॉफिट फॉर्मूला. Key resources and processes, matlab all my resources are planned in such a manner that they are used in an optimum manner, which is maximizing my profit again. तो impact factor मतलब क्या है? अचानक से कोविड आ गया, that is having impact on my business. अचानक से war शुरू हुआ, that will India attacked पाकिस्तान, POK में घुस गए, प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हुआ. चाइना अरुणाचल प्रदेश में घुस गया, प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हुआ. I'm just giving a vague example. Problems or impact factor. Can you plan impact factor right from the beginning? No. Impact factors will come to know. Impact factors will come to know only if they happen. So when I'm regularizing my business, I'm focusing on only three factors: value proposition, profit formula, and key resources. So 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4, and that is why it is B. एक बार रीजंस पढ़ लो, मैंने लॉजिकली वैसे भी समझा दिया है. अरे तू फाइनल में भी वापस आ गया ऐसी हरकतों के साथ. Okay, guys. MCQ number 6. Shakti Bearing Ball Trading Limited is considering a proposal to enter into trading of casting iron as well. Mr. Madhusudan, Chief Strategic, enumerate the entry-exit barriers of proposed business line and called a review meeting at request of CEO to consider final advice of C-suite. You, as a chief cost advisor, also attended the meeting and suggested that barriers have influence on profitability. Mr. Madhusudan basically told the company expected that there will be high entry and exit barriers. You are advised to tell nature and margin rate in context of 5 force model. Low margin with stable return, low margin with risky returns, high margin with stable returns, high margin with risky returns. Now see, impact of entry and exit barriers. Now we are talking about impact items. You have a situation where entry barriers are low. That means anyone can enter. If anyone can enter, you'll have to keep the price competitive. If entry barriers are high, then you can think of increasing the price, but then there is a chance of your volume getting decreased. So दोनों cases में where entry is easy, your profitability is low. When your entry is easy, your profitability is low, and returns will also be stable or risky. Stable क्यों? Because तुम लोग का प्राइस कम है तो customer is still with you. थोड़ा सा प्राइस बढ़ा दिया तो there is a risk of customer getting shifted to competitor's product. तो risk है. Entry barrier अगर ये entry barrier high, stable return मिलेगा ही. Exit barriers अगर है तो your returns are very risky. So when you have impact of exit and entry barriers, कौन सा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट लग रहा है? डी, हाई मार्जिन बट रिस्की रिटर्न. Because we have high entry and exit barriers. हाई एंट्री बैरियर्स मतलब ये वाला पोर्शन आएगा, एंड हाई एग्जिट बैरियर मतलब ये। कंपटीशन के चांसेस कम है। कंपटीशन, हाई बैरियर मींस कंपटीशन के चांसेस कम है, न्यू एंट्रेंट के चांसेस कम है। अब न्यू एंट्रेंस के चांसेस अगर कम है तो तुम लोग का रिटर्न तो हाई हो सकता है, बट एग्जिट बैरियर भी हाई है। If your exit barrier is also high, that means your existing competitors can play with the pricing part, and that makes your returns risky. Suppose there are only 5 competitors, airline industry le lo, hardly 5 or 6 are playing their games. So high entry barriers, exit barriers high है ना, you cannot get away with it. अगर बिजनेस बंद कर सकते हो तो स्टेबल रिटर्न मिल सकता है कि आपको ऑप्शन है भाई यहां से शिफ्ट होके कहीं और शिफ्ट हो जाओ, चेंज द नेचर ऑफ द बिजनेस, देन इट इज पॉसिबल टू हैव स्टेबल रिटर्न्स। लेकिन आपके पास ऑप्शन ही नहीं है कहीं और शिफ्ट होने का, तो यू विल हैव टू कीप ऑन प्लेइंग द प्राइस वॉर, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज सेड रिटर्न्स आर रिस्की। अनुजा, इज दैट क्लियर? Question number 7. The board of Modern Furniture Limited, considering the need of strategies for information related aspects, Chief Information and Technology Officer made a statement. Information technology, information system, and information management are 3 interconnected but not the same. Information technology are used as a part of information system to manage information. He further highlights the nature of IT, IS, and IM strategies and suggests IT strategy is supply oriented, IS information system is demand oriented, and IM is dimension oriented. Which of the above specified statements are incorrect? अब इसमें से इनकरेक्ट क्या होगा? They have said it's B. This is incorrect. सुन लो ध्यान से. IT strategy, information technology supply oriented. We can think of using technology for buying material, for distributing finished goods. Order executed, order dispatch, both can be handled based on this. Order can be placed also based on this. So it is a right statement. Second one, information system is demand oriented. Now, if there is a huge demand for your product, if you can't manage things on a manual basis, you may go for technology. लोगों ने ऑनलाइन मनी एक्सेप्ट करना तब शुरू किया जब कैश के इश्यूज हो गए. उसके पहले भी भीम था, उसके पहले भी गूगल पे था, उसके पहले भी पेटीएम था, बट पीपल वर नॉट दैट कीन टू यूज. डिमोनेटाइजेशन के बाद लोगों ने यूज करना ज्यादा शुरू किया, एंड कोविड में तो और ज्यादा हो गया, बिकॉज वी डिड नॉट वांट टू एक्सचेंज कैश. सो इट इज डिमांड ओरिएंटेड. बट आपका जो इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजमेंट होता है ना, इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजमेंट इज अ ओवरऑल एक्टिविटी. इट हैज responsibilities, performance measurement, management process, everything is included in that. So it is not related to a particular dimension. It is a wholesome process which we need to consider. So it is relationship oriented, not dimension oriented. Relationship oriented means, like for example, there is a small scale business having multiple suppliers. I may use information technology because there are multiple suppliers. I'm going to handle each and every one of them. There are multiple customers. I may use that. So even if it is only minimal dimension, I may still go for information management system. So it's not dimension oriented, it is relationship oriented. That was your MCQ number 7. पढ़ लिया? अब बाकी के तुम लोग खुद ही पढ़ लेना. डाउट होगा तो मुझे पूछ लेना. I want to do a case study. फटाफट खत्म करता हूं. चलो मैं MCQs, पहला टॉपिक है, MCQs खत्म कर लेते हैं. MCQ number 8. Ali Fabrics Limited has recently decided to invest in electronic data interchange system that will enable the company to automatically place orders with its major suppliers. Currently, AFL purchasing department staff have to place order using postal mails and telephone to company's supplier, which is slow and inefficient. Which activity within the company's value chain needs to be improved? You are talking about fault in the purchase department, so it has to be procurement. तो क्या ही सोचने का इसमें? Supplier को select करना is not a problem for me. Order place करना is a problem for me. So procurement is the problem. So it is C. Management accountant assume a role of leader who need to make or assist in decision making, communication with ethical, being ethical throughout. Which of the following statements are इनकरेक्ट? आप पहले ये भी देख लो क्वेश्चन में करेक्ट पूछा है या इनकरेक्ट पूछा है. उसमें गफला कर दोगे तो नुकसान हो जाएगा. Incorrect statement we are supposed to find out. An increasing number of organizations are segregating management accountants in separate managerial accounting departments. That is one thing. I cannot say this is wrong. Management accountant often are part of cross-functional team, not necessarily. Not necessarily they will be cross-functional. They can be horizontal, they can be vertical, they can be diagonal. Correct? Third one, management accountant makes significant business decisions and resolve operating problems which support strategic decision making, not operating problems. Operating problem भी बोल सकते हो. Yes, operating problems are sorted by management accountant. Management accountant are part of cross-functional teams. To some extent, it is yes. Vertical हो सकता है, horizontal हो सकता है, diagonal हो सकता है, तो cross-functional भी हो सकता है. Cross-functional भी हो सकता है actually. So this is right. This is also right. They are often cross-functional when it is diagonal. The role of management accountant has changed considerably over past decade. That is also true. अब वापस पढ़ते हैं. The increasing number of organizations and increasing number of organizations are segregating management accountants in separate managerial accounting departments. अब ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये बाकी तीन के कंपैरिजन में 100% राइट नहीं है. It is not 100% right. Correct? बाकी तीन तो 100% right है. Cross functional हो सकता है, not always, but often when you have a diagonal communication. Then you have problem solving. Yes, operational problems are also solved by management accountant, and role is definitely changed. That's what we started with today. But then you don't need multiple management accountant for separate accounting departments. One manager can take care of all other accounting. One manager is enough to handle the entire organization. No, management accountant, he has hierarchy, and there will be downward communication, diagonal communication, which will be reporting to him. So as compared to 2, 3, and 4, one is incorrect. As compared to 2, 3, and 4, one is incorrect. Because management accountant is a wholesome position. It's a single position. You don't need separate management accountant for several departments. MCQ number 10. Tara Fabrics considering the decisions regarding segmentation. Management accountant raised and said it was acknowledged that the managerial discretion and judgment determine which markets are selected, targeted, and which others are ignored. In order for market segment to be effective, the segment must be options: distinct, artistic, measurable, profitable. Your market segmentation. Well, distinct तो होना ही चाहिए. Multiple markets can become accumulated. No, Abhishek, they won't give you such option because it was clearly, evidently incorrect as compared to next other three. As compared to 2, 3, and 4, it was evidently different. Then you have distinct, artistic. अब artistic का क्या मतलब है? Artistic, distinct, accessible, measurement, popular. The segment may not be popularity के हिसाब से segment नहीं बनता. Your popularity is encashed either in terms of profit or either in terms of sales. तुम लोग के प्रोडक्ट के ऐड को कितने लाइक्स आते हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, that doesn't decide whether your product is successful or not. Are people buying your product? So popularity is different and success is different. Success will always be measured in terms of either profitability or sales. Second भी गलत है. Desperate. Artistic, popular, and desperate are the three words which can clearly tell us this is not right. Distinct, market segment is distinct, separate. Okay. Accessible, yes. Measurable and profitable. So it has to be D. Your first A is not right because of this, B is not right because of this, C is not right because of this. You understood this? Okay. Now, let's go for a case study. This will end the chapter. They have also mentioned a descriptive question, but descriptive question का discussion हम लोग कर चुके हैं. अपना सिर्फ MCQ बाकी था. अच्छा, MCQs हम लोग ने 10 कर दिए. But apart from these 10, there can be a few more case study based MCQ. जैसे एक case study देंगे उस पे 5 MCQs आ गए. Comprehension type रही. एक बार वो पैटर्न देख लेते हैं. In electronic vehicle segment, four-wheelers, there are many players. Remember this. Who are trying to meet different requirements of their customers, including personal mobility, regular long distance trips, and be different from others with their offering, but Tesla is leading the chart. That means customer satisfaction is focused on. Tesla Incorporated is an American multinational automotive and clean energy company headquartered in Austin, Texas. Tesla designs and manufactures electric vehicles, battery energy storage from home to grid scale, solar panels, solar roof tiles, and related products and services. So it's a multi-product company. Tesla released its first electric car in 2008, the Roadster. The Roadster was first highway legal serial production all electric car to use lithium ion battery cells and first production all electric car to travel more than 320 kilometers per charge. Tesla aims to create more affordable electric car options to attract broader customer base. So price is a customer pain which is interested to be taken care of. Tesla expanded its geographic footprint with production facilities in China and the US, as well as 438 stores and 100 service centers across the country, in various countries. Mitsubishi was launched in Japan to fleet customers in July 2009. And for individual customers in April 2010, while the Nissan Leaf introduced in Japan and in United States in December 2010, but Tesla countered them strongly with the Model S released in US on 2nd of June 2012. The first delivery of a retail customer in Europe took place on 7th August 2013, while deliveries in China began on 22nd April 2014. The next model was the Tesla Model X, launched in 2015. Then Tesla 3 was launched in mid-2017. The Tesla Model 3 surpassed Nissan Leaf in early 2020 to become world's best-selling car ever, with more than 5 lakh total units sold by March 2020. However, the Tesla Model Y is the best-selling electric vehicle in terms of yearly units. Tesla also became the first auto manufacturer to produce 1 million electric cars in March 2020. And global sales of Model 3 passed 1 million milestone in 1 million 10 lakhs is in the month of June 2021, and first electric car model to do so. While the Nissan Leaf achieved the milestone of 5 lakh units globally in early December 2020, 10 years after inception. China is larger consumer for e-vehicles with total 78,42,668 light duty plug-in electric vehicles on the road by the end of 2021, and nearly 15% of the vehicles sold during 2021 were electric vehicles there. There is a clear division between the opinions of industry experts. Larger chunk of experts feel a strategic fit between value map and customer profile in reason to superior performance by Tesla, while others feel first mover advantage is the reason. मतलब कुछ लोगों को लगता है टेक्नोलॉजी बेटर है इसलिए टेस्ला चल गया, कुछ लोगों को लगता है फर्स्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया इसलिए वो चल गया. You, after qualifying chartered accountancy, recently joined a consulting firm, feels good. You have joined a consulting firm that has undertaken the task to study the value proposition of Tesla. Team of consultants, list of pains and gains and pain relievers and gain creators. List was given to the computer operator for digitization and circulation among all consultants, but operator jumbled the list. पेन रिलीवर, गेन रिलीवर, 4 चीजों का लिस्ट दिया था, घोटाला कर दिया उसने, मिक्स कर दिया सब कुछ. ओके. ग्रोइंग नेटवर्क ऑफ चार्जिंग पॉइंट्स. I think charging points was a pain. So growing network is, I would say, pain reliever, and so on. Brand recognition, slow charging is pain, 8 years battery warranty. Durable battery lifetime, insufficient number of charging points can be a pain. Reputable brand developed, interior ergonomics, self-driving options, lack of luggage space, interior ergonomics, 75 minutes to charge, 100% of 75 minutes to charge, 100% with supercharging stations. कुछ भी मत करो, पहले खुद क्लासिफाई कर सकते हो क्या, देखो. खुद क्लासिफाई कर सकते हो क्या? विद द पेंसिल डू इट. Ergonomics means evaluation of efficiency of people while working. Efficiency evaluation basically. चलो आगे पढ़ते हैं. Which of the following correct combination of pains? Slow charging is pain. Insufficient charging point is pain. Lack of luggage space can be taken as pain. So 3, 6, 10. Correct. Next. Gains क्या है? Brand recognition is a gain. 8 years battery warranty gain है. Durable battery lifetime can be gain. Reputable brand. Then interior ergonomics. See what they have said. 2511 is considered as gain. 2511 is considered to be the gain. Pain relievers. Pain relievers. Growing network is relieving pain. You developed interior ergonomics is pain remover. And then we have 75 minutes. So 1, 8, 12. एट बी गेन क्रिएटर. 8 हम लोग गेन क्रिएटर की बात नहीं कर रहे अभी. No, it's pain reliever. No, you are giving. See, there was a problem with the interior. So you improved interior. Like what happened with Maruti. People had apprehension कि यार इंटीरियर बराबर नहीं मिलता. वो इंप्रूव कर दिया तो पेन ना. पेन रिलीवर it is. 9, self driving option is gain creator. You're creating gain, no? Self driving option. तेरे को चलाने की भी जरूरत नहीं, बैठ के चला. हाँ, तो इंटीरियर ergonomics means evaluation. तुम लोग ने उसको अपग्रेड कर दिया इंटीरियर को. So that is gain for the customer, no? इंटीरियर अपग्रेड हुआ इज गेन, करेक्ट। और हमने उसको अपग्रेड किया है बिकॉज देयर वॉज अ नीड. रीड द केस स्टडी. इंटीरियर था नहीं जो तुम लोगों ने चेंज किया है, अपग्रेड किया है. एंड देन वी हैव फोर्थ पार्ट, फोर्थ एमसीक्यू, गेन क्रिएटर क्या है? गेन क्रिएटर 8 years बैटरी वारंटी. और क्या दिया है? एमसीक्यू 2 and 4. Gain is the benefit. Gain is the benefit given. And gain creator means something that you have done for getting the benefit. नहीं, 8 years बैटरी वारंटी मैं अभी दे रहा हूं फिलहाल. So that has created a gain. Customer wanted, it was not a, see, 8 years मैंने पहले से 8 years दिया है बैटरी वारंटी. So it was right there from the beginning. तो मेरे लिए चार्जिंग पॉइंट was a pain, not battery life. आपको समझ में आ रही है बात? मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनो. What are you giving your customer additionally is your gain. Is your gain correct? अरे बाबा, देखो इधर. It was a value proposition canvas. Did customer ask for service stations? Yes. So that is pain reliever. 8 hours का लाइफ तो मैं दे रहा हूं बैटरी का, तो इट इज अ गेन ओनली, नो? स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाते. 8 years लाइफ तो मैंने दी है right from the beginning, so that is a gain. Gain creating point. Not having enough charging point was a pain. तो मैंने उसको ग्रो कर दिया. अब ब्रांड रिकॉग्निशन मेरे लिए भी गेन है और ब्रांड कॉन्शियस लोगों, कस्टमर्स के लिए भी गेन है. अगर मेरा प्रोडक्ट ब्रांडेड हो जाता है तो मेरा जो एलिट क्राउड है विच इज लुकिंग आउट फॉर माय प्रोडक्ट, जैसे मारुति इज नॉट प्रिफर्ड बाय many people who are interested in brand, they don't consider Suzuki as a brand. तो अगर किसी के पास 40 लाख आया तो वो 40 lakhs का या 35 lakhs का इन्विक्टो नहीं लेगा. He will go for high cross only because it is Toyota. So when the brand recognition happens, that means my brand is recognized by branded people. So branded people will have one more option, no, of buying my car. So your pain was slow charging. Your pain was slow charging, insufficient number of charging points, lack of luggage space. How did you improve it? Growing network of charging points, developing interior ergonomics, and reducing charging time. ठीक है? Now what has created the gain? Self-driving option and 8 years battery warranty. This is the area where people have started focusing on me, where people have started taking my product seriously. Are you getting this? I am a reputable is relatable brand. So reputable brand होना is creating gain for me. Self-driving option देना is something new, something additional, what my competitors are not doing. That is creating gain. And 8 years battery warranty is something which is no other competitor of mine is giving. Understand, एक चीज समझ लो, जो चीज मुझे मेरे competitor से अलग करती है, that is creating gain for me. अब इसके वजह से गेन क्या हुआ है? अब इसके वजह से गेन क्या हुआ है? ड्यूरेबल बैटरी लाइफ टाइम, ब्रांड रिकॉग्निशन एंड इंटीरियर बेटरमेंट. अभी समझ में आ रहा है? देयर इज अ वेरी थिन लाइन. Gain creation means what different I am doing from others, which will add some value to my product. Very thin line. And the result of it is gain. The result of which is gain. अरे समझा? Gain creators are additional points implemented by you to do something different, whereby customers are getting something supernaturally or something very additionally. तो ये सब उसी की वजह से ना. That is a gain. अरे is this clear? कोई सुन रहा है? चलो ये समझा है क्लियरली सारे पॉइंट्स. सो दैट एंड्स योर फर्स्ट चैप्टर. वो डिस्क्रिप्टिव पार्ट हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी कर दिया, तुम लोग पढ़ लेना. कल अपने दोस्तों को बोलना अटेंड करने को. कल आई एम स्टार्टिंग विद द सेकेंड चैप्टर. टुमारो आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द सेकेंड चैप्टर. और सेकेंड चैप्टर में काफी सारे पॉइंट्स आएंगे, काफी सारे नए पॉइंट्स आएंगे. वापस मैं चार्ट फॉर्मेट में आपको कवर करवाऊंगा सब कुछ. मैं नोट्स मेरे दूंगा एंड आई विल बी गिविंग यू इन अ. हाँ अरे तुम कल मतलब नेक्स्ट लेक्चर बाबू. हुक्का पानी लेके चढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. नहीं आऊंगा, ठीक है? जाओ एक दिन दांडिया खेल लो. सो कल ले रहे, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर जब भी होगा, प्लीज आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स टू अटेंड. ओके, बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन. कैसा है? आई एम डिवाइडिंग दिस चैप्टर्स इनटू 3 पार्ट्स. कॉन्सेप्ट्स, समरी एंड एमसीक्यूज. तो अगर आपको लगता है एमसीक्यू आप मैनेज कर सकते हो, आपने अटेंड नहीं किया, बात समझ में आती है, बट कॉन्सेप्ट कंटेंट मिस मत करना. प्लीज अटेंड. we'll be discussing. I hope you guys are comfortable with the explanation, the examples and everything. If you have any suggestion, you're most welcome. I'm open for that.